Welcome to the History or Truth channel. If you're looking for interesting and thrilling content, you've come to the right place. So, if you want to stay up to date with our new videos, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give a like to the videos you enjoy. Let's grow together. John was a lonely man. After losing his wife, Allison, he withdrew from everyone and isolated himself in his house. He felt that life no longer made sense without her. They were soulmates and had been together for over 20 years. He couldn't imagine life without her. John hadn't left his house in weeks. He simply sat on his couch watching TV or reading books. He couldn't sleep well at night because he kept hearing Allison's voice in his head. He missed her very much. It was a hot summer night when John received an unexpected letter in the mail. He didn't recognize the handwriting on the front of the envelope, but he was intrigued. When he opened the letter, he was shocked to see that it was a letter from his wife. He wondered how it was possible since Allison had passed away weeks ago. John began to read the letter, trembling with fear of what might be written. The letter was dated the day after Allison's death and said, "Dear John, if you are reading this letter, it means that I have already gone to the other side. I know you are feeling alone and heartbroken. But I want you to know that I am still with you, even though I am not physically present. I want you to know that I will always love you and take care of you. I know it's hard, but you need to find a way to move forward. You have so much love and kindness in your heart, and I don't want you to close yourself off to the world. I also want you to know that I love you very much and will always be with you. I know you may find it hard to believe, but I am still here with you. With all my love, Allison." John was shocked as he read the letter. He couldn't believe what he had just read. How was it possible for his wife to be communicating with him after her death? John was scared and confused, but he also felt a bit comforted by the letter. He felt Allison's presence around him, as if she were there with him. In the days that followed, John began to feel stronger. He still missed Allison, but he started to open up to the world again. He started to leave the house and go for walks in nature. He reconnected with friends and family, who supported him during this difficult time. John never knew how Allison sent the letter to him, but he knew she would always be with him. He kept the letter on his bedside table and read it every night before bed. He felt Allison's presence around him, and it gave him peace and comfort. Over time, John discovered that the letter was the last thing Allison had written before she died. She had left instructions for the letter to be sent to him after her death. It was an act of love that helped John move forward and overcome his pain. Allison's letter became an amulet for John. He always carried it with him, as it was something that connected him with his wife, even after her death. He wondered how Allison had the premonition that she was going to die and prepared the letter so carefully, but he decided that it didn't matter as much as the message she had left for him. Over time, John became stronger and decided that he wanted to honor Allison's memory in some way. He decided to create a foundation in her name to help other people who were going through difficult times. He knew Allison would have been proud of him. Afundo sao cresu rapidamente e John ficou surpreso com o número de pessoas que queriam ajudar. He felt grateful to have found a purpose in his life again and to be able to honor his wife's memory in a meaningful way. He still missed Allison, but he began to open up to the world again. He started to leave the house and take walks in nature. He reconnected with friends and family, who supported him during this difficult time. John never knew how Allison sent the letter to him, but he knew that she would always be with him. He kept the letter on his bedside table and read it every night before bed. He felt Allison's presence around him, and it gave him peace and comfort. Over time, John discovered that the letter was the last thing that Allison had written before she died. She had left instructions for the letter to be sent to him after her death. It was an act of love that helped John move on and overcome his pain. Allison's letter became a talisman for John. He always carried it with him, as it was something that connected him to his wife even after her death. He felt her presence around him and knew that she was always taking care of him. He thanked her every day for sending the letter and for helping him find his way back to life. And so, even after Allison's death, John was able to find the strength to move on and live a full and meaningful life. He would never forget his wife, but he knew that she would always be with him, guiding him every step of the way. Allison's letter had changed his life forever, and he would thank her every day for giving him a second chance.